Thank you for joining us on 9 News at Noon. I'm Anusha Roy. We want to start with breaking news out of Georgia, where multiple people are dead after a school shooting. This happened at the Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia, about 40 miles northeast of Atlanta. Officers responded at about 10:30 local time to reports of an active shooting. The Barrow County Sheriff's Office confirmed that there were multiple injuries, but couldn't specify how many. At this point, NBC News is reporting at least 2 people have died. There are varying numbers, though, out there. This is a developing situation. We will continue to follow any updates and share them as soon as we learn them. We want to also give you a live look outside on your afternoon here on Thursday, and we've got a little bit of a cool down coming our way. We've got Lauren Robinson here with us, feeling a little bit like fall. We've got some storms to watch for too.
That's right. We do have storms pushing their way into the Front Range as we speak. We take a look at our live radar and you can see some light showers and storms over areas like Estes Park through Allens Park, where we are getting an area of a heavier downpour there. Same goes for Evergreen. This is going to continue to move its way eastward. So we're looking for these showers and storms to really hit Denver and the rest of the urban corridor by around 2-3 o'clock, and then just falling on and off through the rest of the evening and into early tomorrow. If you are planning out the rest of your afternoon today, we're looking for those highs to max out in the middle 80s this afternoon before dropping into the 70s all the way through around dinner time. We're in the 60s, and we're going to see that through the overnight hours with cooler weather off to the west. In addition to those temperatures, we will continue to watch for those scattered showers and storms through the rest of the afternoon into this evening and into early tomorrow. Behind that, we will see cooler weather tomorrow, maxing out in the 70s, but that cooler weather only going to stick around for one day. As we move into the weekend, we have a warm, dry stretch of weather ahead. I'll have details on all of that in my full 7-day forecast. You'll certainly want to stay tuned.
Thanks so much for that, Lauren. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office is looking for 2 more people involved in an early morning burglary. One person was caught after a chase with deputies. A salvage yard near Highway 85 and Blakeland Drive, just south of C470, was burglarized. When deputies got there, one of the suspects slammed his vehicle right into one of the patrol SUVs when trying to get away. Deputies then started chasing after him, and at one point, investigators say he fired 5 to 6 shots at deputies and Inglewood officers. He ended up hitting a tree near Village Greens Park in Greenwood Village and was arrested.
If you shoot at our law enforcement officers, we will catch you. It doesn't dissuade us if you start shooting at us. It just aggravates the situation, and we're going to make sure that we get you in custody.
No one was hurt when the burglar fired shots. The deputy in the crashed cruiser did have some minor injuries. Colorado Springs police have killed a man at a Walmart. They say he pulled a gun on them around 10:30 last night. Police say officers saw a stolen car in the Walmart parking lot on Platte Avenue. They identified a man and woman as the people who had been in that car, but when officers approached them, they say the man pulled out a handgun. Police say that's when one officer fired and hit the man, who died on the scene. No one else was hurt. Police then arrested the woman. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office is now investigating. A court in England has heard the first day of testimony for a woman who Colorado Springs police are now waiting to extradite back here into Colorado for charges that she killed 2 of her children. Kimberly Singler is accused of killing 2 of her kids and then hurting a 3rd back in December. She was arrested in the UK and has been waiting extradition for that hearing ever since. Testimony there today gave more insight into what happened. The surviving child initially said a man who broke in was responsible, but it wasn't until after that child was placed in foster care that they said their mother, Singler, was responsible. The extradition hearing continues tomorrow. Investigators now say that they have located 2 of the 10 Doberman puppies that disappeared after the death of a dog breeder in Idaho Springs. Newly released court documents show 36-year-old Sergio Ferrer admitted to shooting and killing Paul Peavy last month, but says that it was self-defense. But then court documents say Ferrer met with Peavy after expressing interest in buying a Doberman puppy for his daughter. He had told investigators he took the dogs to Denver and then gave them all away. The Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office says one of the puppies was bought shortly before Peavy's death. As for the other, they say a vet alerted them after a woman brought in a pup with a microchip that matched one of Peavy's puppies. The woman said she paid $750 to a Cash App user named Ferrer. Today, Governor Polis is scheduled to sign the property tax bill that was passed during last week's special session. Lawmakers approved a deal for about $255 million in property tax cuts. That is on top of a $1 billion tax cut passed earlier this year. It will also add new caps to how much tax revenue local governments can bring in each year. In return, conservative groups pulled two ballot measures that would have resulted in much deeper tax cuts. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris is revealing her second wave of economic proposals. Her campaign says that she plans to call for expanding a tax deduction for a starting business and removing regulatory hurdles. She wants 25 million new small business applications in her first term. Biden had 19 million during his term. The youth vote has a major impact on the 2020 election, and this year they're going to be nearly 8 million newly eligible voters. NBC's Marquez Frances tells us about a new poll on who Gen Z is supporting.
Right now, Gen Z voters are supporting Vice President Kamala Harris in her bid for the White House.
It is locked in. I am voting for Kamala Harris.
Donald Trump, I think, would be, if not close to the end of our democracy if he is elected president again.
According to a new NBC News Stay Tuned Gen Z poll, 50% of registered Gen Z voters support Harris, in comparison to 34% who support Trump.
I trust her.
Many young voters we spoke to said the vice president stepping into the race changed their feelings about the election.
I think ever since Kamala stepped up to the plate, I've seen like a whole new energy.
At the start of the election, I was really worried. With Kamala, I'm kind of excited. It's something new. She's young.
Age, something young voters say matters, with 73% supporting setting a maximum age limit for candidates to be eligible to run for president.
I think it should be across the board. I think when it comes to Congress, they also need age limits. We have several people on both sides of the aisle who I think belong in a nursing home at this point.
A candidate that is almost 80 years old has no idea what it's like to be in my shoes.
And the number one issue they say they care about right now?
The economy. I hate to say it, but I am living paycheck to paycheck.
I still have to work a second job to pay my rent.
Young voters put inflation and cost of living as their most important issue, followed by threats to democracy and abortion. The youngest generation of voters ready to make their voices heard this election.
My vote matters 100%. I'm excited to vote, and I don't think this election could be any more important.